Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Mauro Oretti. So what are you prioritising when it comes to innovation across the Alliance?
So first of all, I want to mention that we have an innovation department. In the change that has taken place over the last few months, we've created an innovation department. And if you look at SkyTeam's value proposition, we have 5 streams: the revenue, the cost, the customer experience, the brand, and the knowledge sharing. And for innovation, the 3 streams that are really involved are the cost, the customer experience, and the knowledge sharing. This in general. Then, more specifically of what kind of projects we are doing, we just started. So I will say the 2 things that we have been focusing on is that we are focusing on and we will be focusing on are AI, ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the second, we have a partnership with Plug and Play, and so that will be, I think, something that in which we will be specifically addressing knowledge sharing, a more advanced way to provide knowledge sharing and best practices across the Alliance through digital technology.
Fantastic. And it's hard, you've recently done a very exciting initiative with sustainability. So how are you working to address sustainability, and what challenges arise when you tackle this across such a diverse global network?
So by far the most important initiatives, I remember when we spoke a few months ago, is what we call the Sustainable Flight Challenge, acronym TSFC. Unique initiative in the industry. We have actually been, I think, also inspiring for other airlines to do something similar, because there are things that are happening that have a very similar name. But we've been the first one, and what has happened is that last year and this year, we have had 16 airlines last year, 22 this year, doing a friendly competition in May, trying to make their flights, short haul, medium haul, and long haul, in the most sustainable way. And this has been an incredible success because it is an opportunity for airlines to experiment with innovation. Last year we had over 200 innovations, same for this year. And in both years, a very diverse and eminent jury. Last year we had Jan-Peter Balkenende as a chair of the jury, former Prime Minister of the Netherlands. This year we have an equally eminent jury with MIT professors and CEOs of NGOs and the like. So very interesting. And 2 things I want to mention is that last year and this year, both years we had, this year is 19% improvement in carbon intensity, so measured in CO2 by ASK, which is a very relevant improvement measured on ourselves, so better than ourselves 1 month before. So same flights, same routes, and it's a very relevant achievement, which is the one typically accomplished when you change your fleet, when you change, let's say, a family of airlines in your fleet. So very significant. And the second thing I want to mention is that thanks to the challenge, we have created an innovation platform on SkyTeam.com, actually on sustainableflightchallenge.com, where all airlines are contributing on an innovation platform that takes into account several streams, the streams included in the challenge. Last year we competed on 14 categories, this year on 26 categories. And all of these are captured in this innovation platform. So you have eco-piloting, you have cargo, you have waste management, you have SAF, and so then you can create micro communities of people that in the airlines are actually focusing on those streams.
That's great to hear. And as I understand it, the challenge grew significantly from last year as well. Is that correct?
So the challenges of the challenge are that, of course, the level of or the focus on sustainability differs greatly by airline. And the greatest challenge for alliances today, the number 1 challenge, is to provide value to airlines that have grown different over the years. So the biggest have gotten bigger, the small have gotten smaller, And so this dilemma or this conundrum is reflected also in the way we perform the Sustainable Flight Challenge.
That's really interesting. And you mentioned earlier about AI and ML. What sort of tech trends do you envision having the greatest impact on the industry in the near future, and how are you at SkyTeam planning to leverage these?
So our view, of course, is a partial view because we look at these things from an alliance perspective, so we don't look at the whole landscape. But I would say that our key focus area is on distribution. And distribution, I mean on the path toward retailing. So everything that has to do with NDC, that has to do with offer and order, one order, these are the developments that we are following very closely because they have a direct impact on our daily business. I mentioned AI, but we are at the very beginning of that. And of course, the first use cases are customer care, but there may be more later, but it's too early for us to say anything meaningful in that respect. I think computer vision is another one that we are looking at with interest, probably biometrics, although complex. And it's interesting to see, if I had done this interview 4 years ago, I would have mentioned blockchain. But blockchain, in fact, never quite made it to the grand scale needed in aviation. So we're still waiting to reap those results. These are the key things that I would mention in this space.
Sometimes it's really interesting hearing about like you said, with blockchain, things that haven't translated into
they
the
haven't
industry
manifested yet
to
their full potential, in spite of some very interesting preliminary considerations.
Absolutely, and we're still seeing it around, so I wonder if there might be a second carnation of it.
We'll see.
We'll see. And events like this work hard to drive progress in the industry. How do you think World Aviation Festival specifically helps in this regard?
I think it does well. I was quite impressed both yesterday and even more today by the amount of people that are coming here, the amount of quality people that are coming here, the amount of leaders, and also the quality of the exhibitors. So I think it's a great festival. We are proud sponsors of it, and we hope to continue being proud sponsors of it because we love it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for making the time to speak with me today.
Thank you so much for having me today.